Yes, so each week-ish, not quite each week, but whenever we can, I like to try and go live on YouTube and on Facebook with one of the members of the Creativity Found Collective so that audience members, either live or in the future at any point, can find out a bit more about what our members do and what kind of activities they can creative activities they can take part in by visiting the website and finding what our members do. So for anyone that doesn't know the Creativity Found Collective, it's a promotional and networking membership for artists and crafters who share their creative skills with grown-ups through workshops or online courses or kits or products. And it's also a membership for business support enterprises who can use their expertise to help those artists and crafters to grow their businesses so that they can do more of the arting and crafting and less of the businessy, or just get a bit more of an understanding and processes in to do the businessy stuff. Because we often hear that once you make your creative loveliness into a business, the balance between the creativity and the business can become a bit skewed. So that's what Creativity Found is all about. You can find out more just by visiting creativityfound.co.uk. For membership information, visit creativityfound.co.uk/join us. So first of all, Paula, lovely to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Tell us how you help adults to get creative.
So I am a bespoke kilt maker and tutor, and I've been teaching for, over 11 years. So generally it's mature people that come to me and they learn how to make kilts. My students are from all walks of life, and some of them just come to me to make one kilt, and then some of them actually retrain and become kilt makers and do it as a business as well.
Wow. So I think this sounds like it might be a bit of a commitment to make your kilt.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of things do people need to do maybe to prepare or to arrange for themselves to know what they're letting themselves in for?
So pre-COVID, I did weekly classes. I did a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So people would commit weekly and they would come. I did maximum 3 people in my home, and we would just come and have a lovely creative time together, and we would enjoy each other's company alongside making kilts. I also did 12-day courses. So you dedicate 12 days of your time and you come to me and you can make a kilt in 12 days. Because of the pandemic, I had to look at my life on my business in a different way. So I invested in myself and I now do online training. And I took my 12-day course as an example. It's like, how many hours did you spend in that 12 days? So I then said a 12-week course, which means about an hour a day or a full day or something like that. So a 12-week course, and you can make a kilt with me alongside your job as well. So generally people are working, and this is like a hobby initially. And that gives everybody enough time to make their bespoke kilt through video training and weekly Zooms. It's in a Facebook group at the moment, so it's very organic. But I'm there all the time answering questions and doing extra videos and things like that. So that's the time scale that they have to, or they can dedicate to me.
Yeah. And do you have a like the pre-thing of like what equipment you're going to need and how you choose your materials and things like that?
So we do that. We have, like, when you book on the course with me, we then have like a one-to-one, and then we discuss what tools you need. But if you join my wait list, there's a wait list I say it's a wait list, it's like an interest group that you can join on my email list, which means you will be notified when the courses are running, because they are periodically through the year. And through that time, I give you, like, these are the tools that I use. So there's little snippets all the time, but you have a one-to-one with me, and I give you a small sewing kit, and we run over all the tartans that you may be connected to and that you like as well. So that's an option within the course.
Oh, wow, that's so
Yeah.
cool. I love that. And I know that you are a heritage kilt maker. This is a traditional craft, I always ask people on these calls like why they think it's important to for other adults to be able to get creative. But I think with you as well, why is it important to you to keep this craft going and to keep teaching it?
So it's this type of kilt making is now an endangered craft because of fast fashion, and people hand sewed these kilts. They didn't machine them, and my tutor was taught by somebody who was taught by somebody. There's like this, so it was never out of a book or anything. It's like people teaching people, which is like really important as well. But also the considerations that go into this type of kilt making. So we make kilts that last a lifetime. We are really considerate how we sew it, and we put in extra fabrics, and we just think this kilt the person may grow, or the kilt, we like to say the kilt shrinks, and so the kilt could shrink in the wardrobe. So we kind of make sure that this kilt is going to grow with you as well, and I don't make kilts for, it's like 21-year-olds I start at, because yeah, just that's another story. But yeah, so we make kilts that grow with you, and I think the it's just a really important thing to keep alive. When you make that kilt, you're like putting your energy into it, and you could be making a kilt for like a family member, and they're going to have it forever. So it's not like you're buying it in the shop, it's like you're actually making it, and it's just really important to keep it alive.
Yeah,
It's a
there's
beautiful,
something going into it. There's something going into it if you're making it for yourself or you're making it for someone else and
yeah,
they know.
it's an energy sharing thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah.
I do think that, like, my type of kilt making is, you look at the person, you look at the body shape. The discussions I have with my customer before it even start, it's like, where's your weight journey? Are you likely to change shape? And yeah, you just kind of look at the body, because the body form is a 3D thing. So the type of kilt making that I'm teaching, you're making a 3D garment. It will never lie flat. You can see a bum in it. So it's this beautiful creation that you're making, and you're taking this flat piece of fabric and you're creating that 3D garment. It's just something really magical, I think, anyway. I feel I
Yeah.
was put on this earth to do this.
Well, that's fabulous. I really love this holistic look at it about
Yeah,
like your body shape and
yeah,
how this is going to grow with you.
yeah.
That's really, really beautiful. So you are a member of the Creativity Found Collective and have been since the word go, basically, which is super. Why do you think it's important, and why do you like to be a member of a community of kind of like-minded people?
Well, you just said it there. It's like being like-minded with people, and it's just, I think everybody inspires everybody else as well. And you can be in your little zone, and then some other creative could come along and be like, hey, have you thought of this? And I just feel like it opened your mind to be part of a creative community, and everybody bounces off each other, which is what I love about it.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. To get ideas, I've always found that you come away with little nuggets of something
Definitely.
that you don't expect when you might first be meeting someone. And what about plans for the future? I mean, it must have been a big thing to do the online course in the first place, because as you said, you weren't doing that until COVID.
Yeah.
Um, so that must have been a big job, and you're maintaining that, which is beautiful. Do you have any thoughts for the future?
So when I first met my business mentor, Moira, I think you're aware of Moira Doherty as well. And
Yes.
and we had that very first phone call, and she'd said to me, Paula, you need to do online training. And I thought she was bonkers. I was just like, do you realize what I actually do, and the intricate sewing, and 8 stitches an inch, and I have to teach that via video. I'm like, it can't be done. But I invested in myself. I did a video making course, and I learned. She taught me all the tricks on the business side, which, like you said at the beginning, it's so hard when you're a creative to think business like as well. It takes so much energy out of you. But the first course I did was uber organic, and those students came with me, and we're learning more. I've got a kilt club, so you learn the first course, and then there's another course after that for a different style, and then there's a kilt club, and then there's more styles as well. So I'm busy rejigging my website, and my plan is to have all these different kilts available to make on the website so that there's a continued training, because people don't want to make one. They make one and they're like, I want to make another one. They get so excited about it. And also it's not cheap, so you want to get your money's worth, so you want to make another one. So my plan is just to keep these people interested, show them everything that I've got, so that there's all these beautiful kilt makers out there. Because there's
Yeah.
markets for them everywhere, and like I've got a few people that are actually starting their business. And yeah, it's going to be amazing.
And have you ever thought of those people that you taught to make their kilts starting their own business? Now you've been through this business experience, are you considering giving them that kind of help as well
Yeah,
with the actual kilt making business?
definitely. Like, my business is growing all the time, and I do have a bunch of people who just want to do it as a hobby. But then I've got those that are like, we're deadly serious about this and we want to make money at it. We want to make a business at it. So I, even like last night, I had one of the Zooms, and I'm saying to them, this was a mindset Zoom. We were just talking about confidence and, saying, like charging your worth. Because these kilts that I make take about a week. So it's not a fast process. And there are different level prices out there. Some kilts, you can buy a kilt in Lidl's for 50 quid, but then you'll come to me and my kilts are 850 or £900. So, there's a level there that you have to build confidence to go, I am worth charging that. So even last night, it was like a mindset thing. So I am considering doing two different levels. So there would be just the, let's have some fun and make some kilts, but then come on, let's do some business stuff at the side. So I'm just looking at that at the minute. So yeah, there's growth
Wow.
everywhere and everything that you do. There's always learning to be done, isn't there?
Yeah, that's brilliant. And what about real life classes again? Do you have any inkling to do those? Are you already doing
No,
them?
so I am just in the process. I'm in my loft in temporary accommodation, temporary work accommodation. So I'm in my loft and I've got a Ramsey ladder. So obviously I can't have students up here, but it's an amazing space. So I've just done the plans. I've got all the plans are done through the council. They're ready to go. So I'm just waiting for a joiner to get back to me regarding getting a staircase in here and getting this room into a workspace. And as soon as that's done, then I'm back to doing in-person classes, which are brilliant. I
Woohoo!
know.
Woohoo for studio, woohoo for in-person
Yeah, I know. I
classes.
love
Well
it. I
done,
love it.
you.
It's completely different what you get from online. Online is amazing, and the fact that you can rewatch the videos, I feel you learn quite quickly. But in person, it's a different type of person that wants to come to you. They come for the community, and they come for the creative thing and the mental health and the therapeutic thing that is involved by using your hands and making something, but with people at the same time. There's just something really magical happens. So some people are like, not doing online, Paula, I'm waiting for you and I'm going to come back. So I've got a wait list for people, which is like incredible, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's super. No, I completely agree. There's something said about singing and the actual scientific results
Mm-hmm.
from that. Your hormonal loveliness is
Mm-hmm.
even more when you're doing it with other people. Yeah,
100%. I've had like
yeah.
ladies that have come in, because it is, to be fair, it's ladies of a certain age that come to me, and they've come in and they've maybe had a little bit of a fight with hubby or something. I've had that. And they come in and they're like, no, and then by the time they leave, they're as happy as anything. They've had their day sewing and they've had us to have a laugh with. It's great.
Yeah,
Problem solving.
brilliant. Yeah. Thank you so much, Paula.
Thank
It's been
you.
really lovely to hear. And all of these things have happened since you've been a member as well,
Yes,
since we've known each other. These
100%.
these things have all happened in that short time. So that's absolutely brilliant. If you want to know more about everything that Paula does, there is a link in the description here to Paula's page at Creativity Found, basically creativityfound.co.uk/Paula Duncan Kilts. And you can find links to her website, links to her courses, and links to all her social media there. I just wanted to mention I am streaming this on Riverside, although I was telling Paula I had a bit of a something or other happened earlier, so I'm only streaming to YouTube. I've messed up the Facebook thing, but otherwise I'll figure that back out. Other than that, Riverside is generally a really, really good way to stream, to record if you want to do podcasts, things like that. So there are links in the description to that. And yeah, that's it. So thank you very much for listening and being here, people. And thank you so much, Paula. I've really, really enjoyed it.
Thank you for having me. It's been my pleasure.